This is the 2015 Jaguar XJL Portfolio all-wheel drive. Now it's a little bit longer than the standard XJ, which means that it's a little bit heavier and a little bit slower and a little bit less nimble. And why would you want to pay more money for a car that has less performance? Let's hop in the back seat and I'll show you exactly why. Now the 5 inches of additional length pretty much translates directly into 5 more inches of leg room. So you've got a lot of room to kind of spread out back here, particularly this seat right here, the rear passenger side seat, which has a little bit of control over the front passenger seat. If nobody's sitting there, you can actually move it out of the way and give yourself a little bit more leg room so you can really stretch out. Particularly with the $7,750 premium rear seat system's ability to tilt and recline these rear seats like we're doing right here. You can get real comfortable back here. And if that's not enough, we've got a couple of different settings for heating and massage on both of these back buckets. Now that premium system is also going to add these two 10-inch screens that you see right here that are going to give us some sort of control over infotainment and things like route previews if we're navigating. We've also got these fold-out trays on the seat backs, which are at a perfect height for a laptop in case you want to get some work done or maybe play on your laptop when you're on your way to where you're going. Of course, the back seats are the best seats in the house, but we haven't forgot the front seats. Let's hop up there. Now, we haven't forgotten about the driver. The XJL Portfolio has a lot of creature comforts that are going to make the front seat a very comfortable place to be as well, including these really nice leather seats that are going to include heated and cooled surfaces. We've also got an $800 massage package that's going to add a little bit of back rubbing up here too, so I'm comfortable while I'm driving. Now in the dashboard, we've got a pair of screens. Front and center, we've got a digital instrument cluster. It's not really my favorite digital instrument cluster. I don't really like the fake chrome on here, but design is subjective and that's just my opinion. And down in the center stack, we've got Jaguar's 8-inch touchscreen navigation system, which has seen a lot of upgrades over the years since the XJ has been introduced. But those are just mostly styling upgrades. The organization is still a little bit complicated. There's still a lot of buttons on the screen at any given time, and it still kind of has this weird gradient look to it. Everything just looks a little over-designed. Now we've seen that the next generation of this system is coming, and we're really looking forward to that, but as we are right here, it's starting to look a little bit long in the tooth. Now once you can get past the organization and design, you do have a lot of nice things, such as a full set of digital media sources. We've got an 825-watt Meridian audio system here that sounds fantastic. And we've also got navigation with traffic. It's not the most accurate traffic, but it will route around incidents, and that's good. Now under the hood, you'll find a 3-liter supercharged V6 engine putting out 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. Now that's not an overwhelming amount of power, but it is definitely an adequate amount of power in a vehicle like this where speed is not the thing, comfort is. Now that engine is going to be mated with an 8-speed automatic transmission, putting power to all 4 wheels in this example. And the shifts you get from that automatic transmission are very crisp. We've got paddle shifters, we've got a sport mode, we've even got a dynamic mode if you really want to go fast. But even in its most sporty settings, it doesn't really feel like a very responsive car. It's not that it's hesitating, it's not that the gearbox isn't giving you the shifts when you need, and that the steering isn't giving you the inputs when you want them. It's just a lot of math to move around, and there's not much that you can really do about that, so there's going to be a little bit of lag. Thanks, physics. Now from a comfort standpoint though, this car is very well sorted. We're at highway speeds right now. It's a very quiet ride. We're just kind of floating over all of the undulations in the road, and whenever we hit a crack in the asphalt, there's no jarring sort of coming up through the suspension, just a little subtle thump thump that you won't really even hear if you're in the back seat enjoying the loud Meridian audio stereo system while you get a massage from your heated reclined seat. Now the 2015 Jaguar XJL starts at about $84,700, but there are some options to consider. For example, if you wanted in any color other than black or white or silver, it's about $1,500 for this British racing green. The XJL is a good car to drive, but it's an even better car to be driven in, particularly this $96,660 example with the very awesome rear seat amenities. Now if you're the kind of person who drives around VIPs or you just want to be the best Uber driver in your area, this is probably the car for you.